No pressure, but the fans want silverware. Yeah, I know, baby. We had to wait a week and a half to take our run at the silverware, dude. A week and a half to take our shot at the silverware. Tips after promotion. Don't go down. You're welcome. All right. Stay locked in. Streamer returns after his bid to purchase the World Cup was unsuccessful. I almost had him. All we had to do was get UEFA and CONCACAF on side, and the World Cup was mine. Me and the Kushners, we would have had it. It would have been great. I was that close. I was that close. You think the Europeans would let an American buy it? Low key, if I owned it, I feel like I'd do a better job than Infantino. I feel like I would do a better job than Infantino. But then again, a broom with a bucket for a head has a shot to be better for the game than Infantino. The Asian Federation's in my back pocket? No, but they are starting to support Infantino now that he backtracked on the thing. I think Infantino's going to actually stay in power. Thoughts on Reina to Strasbourg? I don't know. I hope he decides that he wants to be good at club level at some point in his life. He might just not. He might just go to MLS at like 25 and just cash out. This is definitely his last shot, though. I think like Strasbourg's his last shot to do something. Strasbourg's interesting because if he does well, then like Chelsea is the pipeline. I think that's just Chelsea just taking a little. They're just taking a little peek. They're just seeing. They're like, maybe. Maybe. Asian Federation's in Zealandism's back pocket? Oh, yeah. Well, Zealandism doesn't want to run. Zealandism's not running for any FIFA position. You think Chelsea are going to loan Henderson to Salzburg? Chelsea Henderson? Who's the Henderson on Chelsea? Oh, yeah. Why? I saw this. I thought it was bait. For vibes? What? First of all, they're going to have to take out all the sideboarding to make sure he doesn't accidentally slip on it again. So that's a big expense. It comes with this signing just like inherently. You're going to have to give up all that ad space to make sure Jordan Henderson doesn't hurt himself. But why? Why? Like, I know I've been out of commission for like a week, and I missed Jordan Henderson and Danny Welbeck making moves. What is this, 10 years ago? Like, is this, what are we doing, man? Yo, thank you so much to Christian for the first sub of the day. Thank you for the 8 months. Admiral Frel, congrats on the 5 years, dude. Thank you for the 60 months. Thank you, Mark, for the 15 months. Good luck today. Thank you. We're going to need it. It's weird because we just had this, like, long, break, and now all of a sudden we have to, like, try to win. Like, we're jumping right into seriously intense matches here. Judge, thank you for the 4 months. Flenny, thank you for the 19 months. Count Benface should be head of FIFA. Big fan of Count Benface, honestly. That whole thing's very funny. Yeah. Bojakin, thank you for the 7 months. Delicious SP, thank you for the 18 months. Nert, thank you for the 40 months. Hell yeah, brother. Eagles, thank you so much for the gifted sub, dude. Appreciate it. Free, thank you for the 68 months. Says, when does a joke become a dad joke when the punchline is apparent? I have heard that one before. And it always gets the same reaction. One of pain. Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. My cousin got fired from his job. Apparently he had potential, but the board didn't think he had the current ability. You got to blame the job at that point. You got to blame the job at that point. They didn't have the right system set up to be able to develop him. Local streamer moves World Cup final to Twitch. Maybe 4 years from now, Mike. Thank you for the 35 months. We got Alaris with the 91 months. Oh, my goodness. I thought 91 months was enough money for you to buy the World Cup. Oh, my bad, dude. Sorry. Yep. I blew it all on posters. Trey, thank you for the 68 months. Quick Trip, thank you for the 68 months. One more for the funny number. True, you're in between the funny numbers, both of you at 68 months. Currently, year 4 of Albania, Build a Nation, beats Celtic in the UCL qualies. That is pretty sick, Quick Trip Jesus. Keep that riding. Great Katana, thank you for the 3 months. Loibster, thank you for the 54 months. I screamed into a colander and strained my voice. I'm assuming a colander is like a strainer. This is a learning exercise. Oh, yeah. A colander is a perforated bowl used for draining liquids. It's a strainer. B-, thank you for teaching me something. Footbear, thank you for the 5 months. J, something. Thank you for the 4 months. Afraid to say it in case it's something naughty. Jax, thank you for the Baker's half century. We talk about your spending habits. You're becoming Chelsea 2.0. All right. I am not becoming Chelsea 2.0. That's a ridiculous insinuation. I am not becoming Chelsea 2.0. Okay? Hey, Rambling Epic, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, dude.
32 months. Officially longer than any relationship I've ever had. More committed
Finally,
to
you lazy
FM
Bob.
than anything
Dude,
else.
I communicated about my absence better than I ever have. I had a family emergency. I was in the hospital for the better part of a week. Not me. I wasn't hospitalized. I was spending time with somebody in the hospital for better part of a week. They've been discharged. All is well. But it was one of those things that kind of comes out of nowhere and just like takes over, 7 or 8 days of your life with like constant, 12-hour-a-day stuff. So, yes. I communicated that pretty well. I put it as the title on Twitch and I put it in the schedule updates on the Discord that's what was happening. So normally I suck at communication. So I thought that I did a pretty decent job actually letting you guys know what was going on. And this is obviously the first day that I'm able to get back on. This is obviously the first day I'm able to get back on after that. But all's well. Everybody's still alive. They have all their limbs. They have all their brain cells, or at least most of them. Coles, thank you for the 32 months. Officially longer than any relationship I've ever had. I'm glad I could help you get over your commitment issues. Tender Steak, thank you for the 64 months. I think I have a problem. I was already suspicious my girlfriend might be a bunch of termites in disguise. And then when we went to dinner last night, she ordered the house salad. The house.
Chelsea aspires to have a Melia-sized loan army.
It's a salad made of house because she's a termite. A-. Horrible joke. Just terrible joke. Stoppage time. Looking forward to the half century next month, dude. Thank you for the 49 months, the prime. Chelsea wants a Malia-sized loan army. All right. Riley says you did communicate it well, but I was playing Medieval Dynasty. I was playing Medieval Dynasty yesterday. You have me on Steam?
16
or did I had
atoms
Discord
walk
open,
into
didn't
a
I?
bar, followed by Batman.
Valid enough. Yeah. Got to pass hospital time somehow. You got to just pass in time at a certain point, you know what I'm
funny
saying?
number. Also, welcome back.
Hey, congrats on the 69 months, Henri. Thank you. Lavinho, congrats on the Baker's half century. 16 sodium atoms walk into a bar, followed by Batman. I don't get that. I pride myself on being knowledgeable. I don't get that. 16 sodium atoms. I appreciate it, Jay. They are. Oh my goodness, sodium's chemical. It's in a. Batman. That's an A, dude. That's incredible. That's unbelievable. That's an incredible dad joke. I mean, come on. If you can't acknowledge the fact that that is an incredible dad joke. No, it showed that you started playing it on Steam at the bot. Is this what famous people feel like? I mean, I'm not famous, but like that is incredible. Because I'm Steam friends with Stans. I started playing Medieval Dynasty yesterday. Again, passing hospital time. And it pops up on Stans' stream. Somebody sees it, screenshots it, and puts it in the Discord. That's nuts. Welcome to the internet. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Yeah. I was ripping some Medieval Dynasty yesterday, passing the time. Is there a Medieval Dynasty 2? Is there? Quote unquote, I'm not famous. Brother, I can walk around everywhere anytime and be completely fine. I don't think there's a no, you misread that. Oh, Medieval Dynasty 2-sentence review. Right. Super chill game. Great for passing time in the hospital because there's not a lot of action. There's basically no punishment for dying. You're just living as a medieval peasant, which is secretly all of our dreams. I really enjoy Medieval Dynasty. And it has a very good co-op. All good on your end? Yes. Discharged from the hospital Sunday evening. Not me, obviously. Emmy knows who I'm actually talking about. I enjoy being a peasant? Yeah, there you go. We all secretly yearn for the scythe with like the wheat, you know? And you can do that in Medieval Dynasty. You literally just like, that's what I'm doing. I plant a bunch of wheat and then I'm just walking around just doing this. But yeah, I mean, everything's great. Everything coming back good. I'll send you a voice note or something. Obviously, I don't want to say too much here, but I'll try to remember to do that today. Everything good.
I'm going to start a cover band and only cover Counting Crows, Black
I love the
Crows,
wheat.
Old Crow Medicine Show, Crowbar, and Sheryl Crow. We'll call it attempted murder.
That's so bad. Because a group of crows is called a murder? Is that loud enough? It's really not, is it? There we go. Maybe a little more? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Ninja Panda, it's a B. It's a solid joke. It has good bones. Very fundamental, you know? I said I'm a peasant now. Back in the day, it would have been cooler. I don't know. Medieval Dynasty is what it is. If that's not what you're looking for, then you're not going to enjoy it. But if it is what you're looking for, it's a great way to pass the time. I had a lot of fun on it the last couple of days when I needed to basically pass time. You know, it was good. All right, chat, we have an absolutely, let me turn this up. It's an absolute groove, dog. Julian Brandt, yeah. Oh, I wish I had that on my soundboard. All right, we're 8 points off the top of the league with 5 matches to go. It's very unlikely we're going to reel it in, but we're going to give it the old college try. Then you square up the Europa League semifinals. We've somehow drawn Celtic in the Europa League semifinals. The other side is 2 Premier League teams, including Manchester City. We are all Borough. We are all Borough. And those are the 2 competitions we have left. Next match is Sevilla on the 23rd of April. And guess what, chat? It's the 23rd of April right now. Yeah, sorry, the song request has been broken for a little while. This is Eminence Front by The Who. The Who? The Who. How far behind Barca are we? 8 points with 5 matches to play. So is it likely we're going to be able to do anything? No, it's not. It's not likely at all. But we're going to load the attack the middle up. We're going to play a little more aggressive here, and we're going to see. We're going to see if we can make some plays. We're going to see if we can make some plays. All right. Ruben Sosa, Nicolo Savona. No. Ivande Otero Ferreros. The Great Wall of Malia is in. Cañete Versales, Casado Tsurai. Do you have any playing time promises? I should probably check that. I had a ton, but I feel like they're all gone now. Look at that. Look at that. I had like 6 playing time promises. I'm going to burp so much because I'm drinking this LaCroix right now. Just warning you, it's not bad manners. It's just like a lethal amount of carbonation. Uncontrollable. Deathstroke, thank you for the 4 months of the Prime, dude. I appreciate it. Eagles, thank you for the 500 bits.
Striker, and while in the box was hit by the ball while I wasn't looking. The winger tried to apologize. Fair to say I was quite crossed.
Did the ball go in? Come on and rise and win. Actually, I'm okay with this team. We have Miguel Nava, Salvador, who's still trying to work his way back from a partially torn Achilles, so I'm really not going to roll the dice on that one. And then Cesar. Gerard's getting better. Things you just absolutely love to see. Okay. God, Gerard he doesn't have the touch, man. He doesn't have that central touch. He's an off-ball guy, for sure. Okay. Whew. Now, obviously, we're going to have to win all 5 matches left in the league season. If we don't do that, we have no chance at catching Barcelona. One of our last 5 matches is Barca, so we just need them to lose 2 other matches that aren't against us. Easy. super easy. And then we obviously have to win all 5, including a win against Barcelona. But let's kick it off first at home at the Tingus Pingus Park, baby. At the Tingus. At the Tingus. Against Sevilla, who's had a miserable season. Good luck, Batty. I don't know how my tactic works on mobile, to be honest. I have no idea. Here we go, boys. Good. Feels great to have UD Malia back on the field, Chad. I'm not going to lie. Feels great to have UD Malia back on the field. Do-do-do-do. Couple of shots to start. How about an early goal to celebrate? How about an early goal? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, we're in control of this early. Just need the goal. I'm glad we decided to go with the more aggressive tactic. Ooh, Villalba. Villalba. Okay, wasn't my first choice. Certainly wasn't my first. This wasn't in my top 5 choices, but I'll take a pen whenever you feel like calling it. Oh, that's good. Otero, Villalba from the end line. Villalba still! Gianmarco Villalba! Sensational goal! And UD Malia have climbed themselves into the lead. That's one of those he just like fakes it 5 times and eventually the entire defense is out of the way. Has Rayo Vallecano cleaned their stadium yet in this save? No, it has now become a radioactive wasteland. We have a good striker and then a few guys who could be the second. Maybe Navas is the one. That's been the biggest the biggest deficiency is up until this year, we didn't have a guy that I trusted to be a center forward for this team at all. Last year, Aguiar and Urbanic both failed to seize the opportunity. Suffice it to say. I think Knifen's been good. He's been kind of a revelation. I think Jens Kjar's been better than I thought he was going to be. I mean, I think we've been a really good team this year. I think the team has competed at a super high level this year. You know, we're second in the league right now. We're ahead of Real Madrid. I would have shaken your hand off for that at the start of the season, considering we finished 5th last year. Come on. Keep. Thank you. Well defended all around. Nice. Good work, boys. Good work. The week's rest has done the players a world of good. So true. All right, keep control of that possession. Sevilla's a talented team. We got to keep our wits about us for sure. There you go. Set the tone with a little violence right off the drop. Not a bad idea at all. Set the tone with a little, growl at him or something. Nice. Sarai. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Otero. Cañete. Lucas Knifen. Knifen spins it. He's there! Oh, yeah, he's scoring that if they don't foul him. Knifen's taking this. He's scoring that if they don't foul him. They're out of position. They got to just tackle Lopes Teixeira when he's on his way to the ball. Beautiful. Snaps all around. All right. 5-3, the Swiss Army Knifen. Still perfect. He's still perfect. Lucas Knifen Egger continues his sparkling record from the spot. I mean, it's a lovely. Every pen he takes is great. We finally have a good penalty taker. Him and Lopes Teixeira is good at it too. Just not quite as good. But yeah, the fact that, I think he's played well and He plays with a lot of intensity. You know, the determination, the mindset's really high from Knifen, and that's something I really like. That's really good. Oh, that's so saucy from Sarai. Outside of the boot, Versailles in a gallop. Versailles into Villalba. Villalba dances. Versailles, Casado. That is such a bad pass by Casado. Literally playing that position so that doesn't happen. He's the smartest guy on my team. He better buy Cañete a steak dinner for making that recovery tackle. Casado's the most idiot-proof guy on my team. We cannot be making that pass. There you go. That's the pass you make. Versailles brings it under his spell, chips it, Lopes Teixeira, Knifen, gets it back. Somebody shoot the ball eventually. Cañete should have ripped that. What are we doing? All right. We have a 2-week break coming up after this match, so there's no real reason to rotate due to fitness. Unless we see somebody getting tired super early and we're like worried about a poll or something. Versailles, Leo, Knifen, Cañete! That was... Let's just say he wishes he had that back, all right? Let's just say he wishes he had that back. That wasn't it. Take that space away! Danny Avande, dude, like, I know you're a great center back, but if you could not get absolutely barbecued once today, that would be amazing. He has been beat so cleanly a couple of times, it made me blush. I'm blushing. I'm blushing. Voodoo Guyver, thank you for the 10 months. All right, come here. Luis Miguel Navas. Go. Where are you, Rubio? Cañete's been weirdly off today. That's what Miguel Rubio's for. Steady hand. Been in the first team of this club for 8 years, Miguel Rubio. And he's 24. Rubio. Knifen. Surai. Ferreros. Leo Versailles. Oh, we got the drop back. Ferreros is the extra man. Please don't shoot. Oh, my goodness. He's going to the end line. Ferreros. Sarai is there. Oh, it's like a walk in the park for you, Di Maria. Raul Sarai makes it 3. They get so comfortable at the wide center back, Luis Alberto Ferreros, part of the Great Wall of Malia. Goes on a little foray forward, draws the defense in. Sarai's all alone, 20 yards away. Just drives it quick first time. There's a 5-wide traffic jam in front of the net, and it's bound to go in. Giancarlos, go. Mbambo, go get Knifen. He's tired. And Gerard, I want to see you play left.
Good evening, Mr. Zealand. Today I learned Jacksonville, Florida, is further west than the entire continent of South America. Up the flying Knifen eggers.
Yeah, people don't realize that this is going to, like, especially if you're not American, this is going to kind of blow your mind. There is a highway in my hometown, Tampa, Florida. It's called I-75, right? And you have, like, the highway system in the U.S. I-75 goes straight up into Ohio. Like, my hometown in Florida is directly underneath, like, Ohio and Michigan. That's how far west Florida is compared to the eastern part of the United States. That's yeah. That would blow my mind if I knew where Ohio was. How about this? Part of Florida is in the Central Time Zone. Part of Florida is in the Central Time Zone. Can you show on a map? I'm pulling it up. I realized that a map was necessary. So Florida is actually way further west than people realize. The entirety of South America is east of parts of Florida. See? So, like, when you fly from Florida to Europe, it is way longer than when, like, I'm in New York, right? I fly to Europe from here. Yeah, the east coast of the U.S. is not straight down. It is very much going southwest the whole way. So, like, if I'm from Tampa, I'm directly underneath, like, Ohio, Michigan. I'm west of Toronto and Montreal and everything. And the time zone changes right about, like, here. And then you go into Central Time in the U.S. Explain. So the U.S. mainland has 4 time zones. There's Eastern Time Zone, which is like here, east. That's your whole East Coast, most of Florida. I grew up Eastern Time Zone, but like on the far western part of it. Then there's the Central Time Zone, which is in here. That's 1 hour back. Then there's the Mountain Time Zone, which is here like all the way to these mountains, basically. Just like in here. That's Colorado. The biggest cities in Mountain Time are Colorado, Phoenix. It's the least populated time zone. Vegas, however, has managed to carve itself into West Coast time. And that's where you have like San Fran, LA, whatever. So California is like 3 hours back. So for my hometown, it's like 1 hour back to Chicago, 2 hours back to Denver, 3 hours back to here. Then all of Alaska has its own time zone called Alaska time, which means all the way from wherever the hell Alaska starts, which like Juneau's in Alaska. I think it's somewhere here. So like from here in Ketchikan, Alaska, all the way to Akutan is all one time zone. Alaska as a state just chooses to all be in the same time zone. That's 1 more hour back from the West Coast. And then there's Hawaii, which I think is Hawaii is 5 hours off. I think. Because, like, Hawaiian sports are always, like, if it's midnight in the U.S., it'll be an evening kickoff for the Hawaii football team. Which is great. You can stay up super late watching Hawaii sports. So, yeah. Time is fake. Oh, yeah. Time is all sorts of weird. And, like, the lines for all the time zones are all super crooked. I love the fact that we're beating Sevilla enough that I can talk about this. They're all really crooked. Like, in Indiana, there's actually, if I remember right, there's a law that each county in Indiana gets to decide which time zone it wants to be in. So some, because they're more farming counties, want to be in Central Time because that lines up better with the sun, while the more commercialized counties in Indiana want to be, oh, for the love of all that's good and holy, they want to be on Eastern Time Zone so that they can link up their business hours with the East Coast. And it's just kind of back and forth, you know? You didn't pause the game? I did. I paused the game. I'm not that insane. I unpaused it just in time to watch them score against us, which is, you know, great. Oh, I'm trialing Giancarlos at this attacking midfield spot. So help me if they give up a comeback here. Thank you, Otero. Sarai! What's with the panic, brother? Oh, my, do Avande. I got to get Avande off. I can't. I don't know why he's so bad today, but he is literally terrible. Gutierrez. I already used all 5. Listen to me. I don't know what's happening. Avande literally could not stop a fly right now. The guy would lose a battle against the common cold. We need to chill. Bring everybody back. Match control, possession style. We got to make sure we get these 3 points, okay? Danny Avande has been successfully dribbled more times than I can count. Yeah. It's causing problems. Justin, thank you for the 5 months. W geography lesson? Yeah, gotcha. Then, of course, the United States does own other land over here. They own Midway. We Northern Mariana and Guam are both territories of the United States, so that's technically a time zone in the U.S. Marshall Islands used to be, but is not anymore. And then American Samoa is somewhere. I actually don't know where Samoa is out here. I think it's... There we go. So American Samoa is probably... Yeah, American Samoa is also a U.S. territory. So those are all going to be different time zones. I don't even know. All right, nice work overall. Good win. Oh, and Puerto Rico? Yeah, and Puerto Rico. True. I was more just like in the Pacific with different time zones. But, you know, Puerto Rico is actually an hour ahead of Eastern time. So that the Puerto Rico is worth mentioning because Puerto Rico is actually a different time zone.
Evening.
It's an hour ahead of Eastern time. I have actually been able to go to Puerto Rico once. And I was like, why is my phone different? Yulia, thank you for the 15 months. Good evening. We've kicked this evening off with a win. We're flying. What country has the most? It's Russia. Oh, it's Russia. You want to know what I discovered over this past week? Russia has like 12, dude. It's France. France has more than 12. Or 11. I think Russia has 11. Crosses the most or has land in the most? Because France has French Guiana and a bunch of Caribbean islands to help pick up like 1 or 2 time zones over there. Land in the most, and then they've got Reunion. I don't know. France's government stuff is weird because they have like every territory they have is like a full part of France, which is probably actually the best way to do it. I'm not gonna lie. 12 excluding Antarctica. Oh, yeah, and you've got New Caledonia and Tahiti. China has one. Yeah, China does the same thing as Alaska, where they just go, we're going to have one time in the whole. Like, obviously, Alaska's not a country, but you get what I mean. Like, we're going to have one time for the whole thing. There are advantages to that, but China does go pretty far west, so I'd imagine that time becomes a little distorted by the time they get out there. Okay, I got that guy on the yes list. Nice. Northern Europe Wonder Kids. Mads Winther. I have no money right now. That is an important thing to remember. We have absolutely no money. Functionally broke. I think would be a good way to say it. I'm functionally broke. Joseph Malinovsky. You just can't live the life this guy wants to live with 11 first touch. You can't. Playing centrally the way that he wants to play. Deportivo Toluca's Mateo de Amato. George Kameni. No, he's playing in Tokyo. That's why I got him on my freaking short list. Arno Moten. He's not good. He's 22 years old, and he sucks. And he hates big matches, and he's never going to amount to anything. Other than that, he seems like a nice guy. Maybe we can get a beer this weekend. I don't know. Abdul Rahman Al-Qaid. Dude, this guy's so good. I can't believe Qatar has like 2 wonder kids in this save. He's got the size, the finishing, the technical floor, very good mentally. Full, understanding, solid creativity, works hard, strong. He's not quick, but he's fast. He's just a good player, man. He's just a really good player. Torin Bray. Oh yeah, this guy's like actually gonna be unbelievably good. If there was any reason for me to be able to go sign that guy, I would flip out of my chair to go sign him. Franz Melinder. What's up, Franz? Uzi Dobby. Nice. And the last one, Abdul Jalil Mazzari of Lens. A 19-year-old winger from Algeria who has the sauce. He does have the sauce. We'll keep an eye on him. All right, onward and upward. You see Borum Wood turn down $1 million for Abdul. Isn't it Abdul Kareem? Yeah, dude's like super hyped. I remember in the promotion playoff that I think Borum Wood lost, people were talking about how that guy was going to be worth millions. So he's a special case, and Borum Wood will get more money than $1 million for him. I watched that playoff final, and it was very clear that that guy was really good. Like, you didn't have to be some sort of scout or some sort of expert to be like, yeah, that guy's nasty. And he's under contract to Borum Wood, who's a fully professional club. So even though it's non-league, it's not like, somebody's going to have to come in with a serious amount of money to get him away. And I think Borum Wood is smart to wait till later in the window. Now, the thing is, if I was the guy, I would want to go play for Djurgården so much. Oh, baby. We're getting an explosion of development from Andre Gerrard. We bought this guy for $35 million at the start of this season. His value is $100 million more. Granted, nobody's interested in him around that value, so that kind of hurts a little bit, but Cañete suspended for the next match. I'm just happy that we've finally stabilized him as an either-sided wingback. His ability to play so many positions as a world-class player is cannot be overlooked. Especially when we're on our more offensive setup, we can get Cañete and put him in the middle of the field, too. Something we should use more, to be perfectly honest with you. 1-0 Slovan Bratislava. Have I talked about Max Arfsten's moves yet? No. But I shout out to Middlesbrough for signing every bench player from the U.S. national team. They brought in Seb Berhalter, which, by the way, Arfsten, okay. Berhalter for $2 million? Berhalter for $2 million is an unbelievably good signing. If Sebastian Berhalter played for a championship club over the last season or two, that guy would be worth 25 or 30 million. That's an incredibly good deal for $2 million. Also, Sebastian Berhalter, great ball striker, great set piece player. I was a hater because his last name is Berhalter. I was a hater, and he was an MLS guy. And I usually look down on MLS guys in the national team, but he has totally won me over. I know that, look, I know why it was a $2 million deal is because he only had 6 months left in his contract and he was going to leave anyways, so they only had to pay $2 million. But it is a great piece of business by Middlesbrough to get Sebastian Berhalter for $2 million. Because they already love Aiden Morris, and I'm going to keep it a buck. Seb Berhalter's better. Like, Berhalter, I think one, Pochettino agrees. He took Berhalter to the World Cup and Roldan over Aiden Morris. I think Aiden Morris is a solid player, but they love Aiden Morris there at Middlesbrough. And Sebastian Berhalter going there, he's a better player, I think. They got Arfsten. I'm not as sold on Arfsten. I think Arfsten's more like going to be he found his level where he's a good championship player type guy. I think Sebastian Berhalter's a Premier League level player. Not European qualifying, but I think he can play in the Prem. I think he can play on that level. I'm biased on Arfson because his name is Mac. His name is Max. Nice. All right, who won the Copa del Rey? It was Barcelona over Real Madrid, 2-0 in the Copa del Rey final. Congratulations to Barcelona. They're collecting trophies like Infinity Stones. But there is only one Spanish team left. What is the issue with Sousa? He wants a new contract? Bro, you've been trying to leave for a year. Now you want a new contract when I have... Oh, now I have money. Because they gave me my budget for next year. Now you're, after a year of trying to leave, now you're like, oh, actually, I would like to sign a new contract on this team. Yeah, okay, buddy. All right, buddy. Minimum fee release clause of $173 million. Kind of insane. Gives me full leeway on this. Let me be honest. You can lower that to 130. That's fine. I'll give you a little more freedom of movement. I'm taking 2.1 million, no S. Okay. Look, buddy. Let me add a bonus. No. I'll lower this to 120, which he's never going to hit, I don't think. He was available for 77 million all year, and nobody came in for him. All right, I'll pay you $300,000 if you win First Division Goalkeeper of the Year. $250,000. Boom, locked. Read it and weep, Ruben. Read it and weep. All right, there you go. Fair request. Fine. All right, we'll give you a new contract now that you didn't get your move to Barcelona that you wanted. You're going to try and stay here for a long time. I'm okay with that. Sosa's been a very steady number one for me. We'll lock that contract in. That is not a prohibitive wage at all. $2.4 million per year in a 5-year deal. That doesn't put him close to the highest paid player on my team, so very okay with that. And we have a lot of good young goalkeepers as well, Bashir being one of them. So not very not afraid if we do end up losing him as well, but I'm happy to keep him. Pierre Lang's Italian U20. That's weird. We're paying our annual fees, man. We're paying our annual fees. Hey, what's up, Bablaba? Heinrich, congrats to the 7 months. Cerisi, thank you for the 59 months. Sierra Owner, thank you for the 6 months on the tier 2. Hell yeah, Sierra. Zvash, thank you so much for the prime. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, and most importantly, enjoy your complete lack of ads here. And Chocolate Cosmos, thank you for the 44 months in the tier 1, my brother. Go with Jimmy Blom next season. Yeah, he's playing all right for the B team. He hasn't been too good. All right, best BT or best loan out ratings. Andrew Ortega. We're already selling him at the end of that loan. It's where he belongs anyways. It's where he came up. We signed him for free away from there, and now they're paying a bunch of money to get him back. I'm like, sure, dude. Whatever you want. Emmanuel Onyekachi. I didn't realize that he was playing in the Egyptian league. Sort of a weird spot, but good player that should be heave-hoed out of there. Butakan Chakir. Well, guy can't move. Samuel Ajike. No. Highly recommended player. Yeah, sure, buddy. Luca Jacques. Gabriel Carvalho. I really like Gabe Carvalho, but he is way too expensive. Alcides Martinez. Yeah, there's no reason for me to entertain him anymore. Masadu Tokunaga. Very good player in the Japanese league. Has an afro. These are pros. But on my team, he's a guy that would struggle to get onto the field, and the improvement doesn't seem to be too apparent. Neither is the professionalism. Michelle Martino from Colorado Rapids. Nice. Darius Raklovsky. He's 24 too. You know, Darius, I'm thinking you're not actually going to make it to the level that I need you to make it to. Gregoire Leclerc. Staying on the Wonder Kid list. Altine Almuca. Oh, this is the he's like really good. I like him. Now. Don't need to worry about his development. Pretty big contract demand. Oh yeah, this guy, one of the best players in the world. Plays for Benfica. So really curious to see what it looks like when he moves somewhere. Yeah, an absolute physical specimen, technically unbelievable. And still at Benfica. Like, he's just one of those guys that I mean, Benfica's charging enough money. Somebody's going to pay it at some point. I don't know when, though. I don't know when he's actually going to leave. Ivan Baldassare. Just keeping an eye. I'm keeping a weather eye. Gabe Juplasti. It's just, you know, you're off the yes list, Gabe. You're off the yes list. Look, I'm making the call. I'm making the call. Oh, he's absolutely a B-team yes list guy. Great mentality. Chance to be good. Max Wayan, American midfielder. Playing at Bayern 2 right now. Weirdly high finishing. Feel like somebody missed the boat on making this guy a striker. Especially with his off the ball. Like, completely missed the boat on what position that guy should be playing. Adrian Angulo. All right, Angulo. I hate you. I hate you. I hate your entire family. I've had enough. Blessing Baba. FC Groningen. Big jumping reach Ghanaian center back. All right. Good job finding him. Scout him some more. We still don't really have a good idea there. All right, Celtic in 2 days. Europa League semifinal. Europe is here. Ruben Sosa wants new contract talks. Well, I'm giving him new contract talks. He's going to be happy with those. He better be happy with those. Sign Aquino with what money? Dude's $130 million. We don't have any of that. Keep on rocking me. Dang it! Oh, Ibar gave it a try too. They were literally down 4-1. And they scored 2 goals to make it 4-3. They gave it a try. But Barcelona wins 4-3 at Ibar, and they have one hand on the trophy. We just didn't do a good job. I mean, we did do a good job. We've had a very good season. I can't lose perspective on that. They've just had a better season than us. We're ahead of Real Madrid. But to be fair, Real Madrid's had an absolutely terrible season. I have no idea what's going on there, but somebody's getting dribbled off a table in the locker room. I can tell you that much. Ooh, not Wamura. Wahiro Wamura. Dang. All right, City against Middlesbrough. Malia's headed to Celtic Park. Keep on rocking me, daddy, baby, baby. Keep on rocking me, baby. Keep on rocking me. Why has this value gone down a little bit? The values in this game, man, they change so consistently. All right, who are we playing? We're playing Celtic. Who do they have? A couple of lone guys. Oh, they have my player. They have Samu Andres, dude. Oh, they're that's where we sent Samu Andres. Well, he can't play against me, I don't think. We do have a sleeper agent on this team. All right, he's in MLS, I think, in real life. Oh, former FM Wonder Kid Leonidas Sturgiu. Well, there's so many Japanese players all around the planet in this Civ. They've been given a huge boost. Every team you play has your player. It's all part of our elaborate strategy to rig the entire tournament for us. All right, Sosa. I'm not happy with the way Avonde was playing. I'm going to go with Nicolo Savona. Wide. Don't get over aggressive. Just play wide. But I want Nicolo Savona. I want that steady hand, that steady experience. Rare veteran player on this team, and I don't think they have a burner up top that's going to be able to just obliterate him. So I think that'll be good. Otero, Ferreros, and Savona. Cañete, Casado, Surai. Do we want to go after these guys? Or do we want to? I think we want to get control of this game early because it could get a little out of hand. If we give them an early goal, that's going to, I want to lessen the chance that they get an early goal to build that momentum at home and get really, kind of motivated and make themselves hard to break down. I'm going to take Knifin off and go with Kelvin Mbambo. All right, so Mbambo, Villalba. This is a more like veteran, experienced front part of the team. These guys have been around the block. They've been on this team before. Lopes Teixeira's got years and years of experience.
Welcome back, Zed.
This is the moment for that. This is definitely the moment for that. All right, I'm going to... No, I don't want to water down this team too much. I love Sessa, though. Yo, Sean, thanks for raiding in, dog. What's up? We're just loading up for Europa League semifinal on the ye old football manager. Over under 5 minutes before he notices the raid. Oh, I'm so locked in. Okay. Hope you guys had a good stream. Come on, brain. All right, Sosa, Savona, Otero, Ferreros, Cañete, Casado, Surai, Versales, Mbambo, Villalba, Lopes Teixeira. That's the team. That's who we're playing. No, it's not. Casado, come here. Sessa, you're in. All right, here we go. I want a steadier, more physical presence. I want a steadier physical presence. 33rd President Harry S. Truman, thank you so much for the prime. Quadruple double, thank you so much for the 45 months in the prime. Way to keep repping, man. It was a solid stream. Nice. We love a solid stream. I haven't been able to stream in over a week, so I'm greasing the skis back up here. Sessa's, he's not quite as good with the ball, but he's way more imposing. I want an imposing guy on the field at Celtic Park in a European semifinal. That just feels like where you want an imposing guy out there, And he's very timely. Sessa pops up with timely moments where he impacts the game. Versatile, timely, imposing. I love our team comp right now, All right, boys. First ever European semifinal in club history. Oh! 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 go, boys. Here we go. Showtime, showtime, showtime. Europa League semifinal. Celtic, UD Malia from the shores of North Africa. Obviously gotten a very fortunate draw, being able to play Celtic of all teams in the Europa League semifinal, but that doesn't mean they're bad, and that doesn't mean we can take them lightly. It just means we're not playing Manchester City, which we appreciate very much, because somehow they're in the Europa League. Sarai. Oh, Cañete, no. Okay, we're good, we're good. Savona with the early yellow. Hate to see it. Cañete, captain, Kelvin Mbambo. Oh, he beats his man. Mbambo. Back to Villalba. What a save. All right, classy, boys, classy. Savona is a better passer than we normally have back there. Villalba. Oh, he beats his man. Gianmarco Villalba! Good. Good. This is good. They got the first 2 shots. We have the next 9. We've gotten control over this game. Got him backed in now. Savona plays it back to Versales. Versales looking for Mbambo! It hit the post from the angle. Good, Sessa. Good pass. Oh, there was a either there or towards the corner. Either side of that guy. Counter press over, get your shape. Would have been very impressive if he scored from there, but he did catch that ball well. All right. Listen to me. Mama didn't raise no. Okay. We're loading the attacking up for the second half. I forgot that that's broken and super loud. I don't know why either. Ever since I reset the audio interface, that is basically like it is like a cargo ship bullhorn, and I don't know why. No clue. I don't stream for a week, and I forgot that I had not found a way to fix that yet. Ever since I reset the audio thing, it just goes absolutely, yeah. Should be a slider on that sound effect in the app. Yeah, well, we'll figure that out when we're not in the Europa League semifinal. I just need to remember not to use it. Anyways, now that everybody's awake.
You saying Berhalter was a good US talent in the World Cup. Any thoughts on him and Max Ufson joining my team Middlesbrough?
Oh, dude, we were just talking about this before this match. Arfston, perfectly good signing if you need a left back, solid get, versatile, hardworking kid. Berhalter is a steal. You got a player that after 1 year will be worth like $30 million. You got him for $2 million for Seb Berhalter is an absolute steal. The guy, in my opinion, is significantly better than Aiden Morris. He is an incredible ball striker on set pieces and like first time shots. Very dangerous with the ball. Yeah, Berhalter's a great signing. I think he is going to... he's the type of guy that if you guys get promoted, right, he will just keep playing right in the middle of that team. He's a great get, Ben. Seb Berhalter's the gym there. And you only got him for $2 million because his contract ended in 6 months. It's just a really good signing. Okay, Lopes Teixeira, Villalba, Mbambo, Sessa... Press and screen. We just okay. Cañete, Versalles. Savona's fine. It's going to stabilize after getting that card. All right. We're going aggressive second half. I think it's there for the taking. I don't want to leave it not there. I don't want to. I don't want to not get that chance because we overlook it. Because we're afraid. Well, that worked. Yeah, he's off. Okay, lock in. Better pressure. Where are we? It's the center forward. He's all alone. That guy was off. That guy was off. That guy was more offside than the last time. Although this has turned into a fever dream over the last 10 minutes, it's still going to be 1-0. Where are we on Matkovic there? Dude's miles off. Okay. I'll take a highlight going the other direction now. That would be great. Sub!
As a famous tight end's wife said, I'm feeling 22, hope you're well gaffer, happy to see the mighty Melia is back.
Rubio, go get Cañete. I don't know why, but he's playing terribly. Ferreros is apparently anxious and struggling. Get Avande in there. We don't want that anxiety out there. Then I'm going to make one attacking change. I think we rip... No, I'm not. I'm going to give Villalba 10 more minutes, and I really hope he proves me right. Rubio and Avande trying to stabilize this team that's losing its nerve a little bit. Cañete playing poorly is a very sobering realization. Not fun at all. Okay. That's exactly what I didn't want to do it, and I gave it to him in the second half. I thought we were looking good, and I gave it to him in the second half. All right. Villalba did not reward me. He did the opposite. All right, we have good options here. I think we go with I think we take Sessa off, drop Mbambo to Sessa's spot. And then I think we basically swap at least two. I want to bring Knifin in. I want to bring Sivairo Avakote in. And we have one more sub available. I think I'll hold. We'll move Mbambo back. Yeah. Knifin and Havakote. Two of the younger guys that definitely have the ability to go change this game. Not put a lot of shots either way since that stupid flurry we just gave up, so I'm going to put the attacking mentality on. We don't have to go for it too much because we really don't want to give up a second goal, so I'm not going to, like, sub out a center back and throw somebody in there. All right, we could go... Lopes Teixeira struggled to influence the game. All right. Luis Miguel Navas, you have 10 minutes to prove to me that you can impact the hell out of this game. You can really earn yourself a lot more playing time if you go get something in this situation. Okay, you're going to be an attacking midfielder. I want you to get further up. You're going to be a second striker. I want body in the box from you, Havakote. Body in the box, especially with Navas cutting outside. Just a highlight would be sick. Literally, just a highlight, man. Okay. There you go. Let's go. Let's get a goal, and let's leave here 1-1. Rubio. Loves a big match. Sarai hunting the ball. Mbambo opens up the play. Versales. Where's the trailer? It's Mbambo! It's the captain! Mbambo! Mbambo! Easy. It's what he does. Makes the pass to open it up and finishes off the move. Kelvin Mbambo in Celtic Park with a dagger. The club captain, the Finnish superstar, Kelvin Mbambo. And Celtic feeling robbed. They feel like they should be up more with 2 disallowed goals. All right, we're still in an aggressive posture, so we can get a turnover here. We might be able to do something. I don't need to do anything. We just need Ruben Sosa to save the ball. Matkovic. Bruh! It's all right. We got another match. They got to come all the way to Africa to play us again. City's going to be waiting in the final, so we got to make sure that we're there with them. God. We had him in that first half. We had him in that first half, and we let him go. We had him in that first half, and we let him go, man. Let him off the hook. Sosa signed his new contract, even though he didn't sign that. He didn't save that pen. That would have been a serious way to put ink on paper, but hopefully we just torque him like 3-0 at home. I feel like there's a world where we can do that. We out-XG'd him even though they had that penalty right at the end of the game, so he's got to take advantage of the opportunity when we're on top. Make sure that we have our opposition instructions set from the start of the match. I can't imagine they're going to be changing it up that much. Happy this guy seems to be getting better. Also, I am so happy about Owen Leonard. Signed this guy at the beginning of the year from Shamrock Rovers for 6 pence and a barrel of wheat. And he's already, like, in first-team discussions. We'll handle his development the right way. He might not be a first-team player next year, but he's certainly right on the... He's on the tracks, barreling towards it. Yeah. 2-1 isn't bad away. Yeah, I just feel like they're the type of team that we could really just beat away and kind of put it away, you know? But we didn't. We let them hang around. We didn't drive the knife in the first half. And then... Yeah, the second half, we just totally lost our head for 15 minutes, and then Nicolo Savona gets caught lunging. Right at the end of the match, Nicolo Savona gets caught with his hand in the freaking cookie jar, dude. All right, we have two elite prospects, Juan Mecca and Francisco Javier, who have come in our latest youth intake as our incredible youth system continues to produce absolute G's. Juan Mecca is going to be an unbelievable aerial player. I can't wait. Oh, what's this? This could be a real problem. I'm looking at the wall, chat. I'm looking at the wall, and I see the writing. I see the writing on the wall. I see it. He's out a month with a hernia. Okay. Well, Luis Miguel Navas, if there was ever a time, dude, Barcelona. I mean, if we beat them and then they lose their last two matches of the season, then we could still win the league. But I'd take just beating them. That would be a great moment for the club. But it's Luis Miguel Navas time, chat. It is Luis Miguel Navas time. And we are also playing, for our first ever, we have, 4 matches left? We could get a 90-point season. If we win all 4 matches, we could get a 90-point season. That would, we've got our chance to break the record for most points in a season. I think 2 years ago, we had a really good year. And last year, obviously, 65 points. We're already past that. Well past that. It was 83 points. 2 wins, and we have passed our best season in club history. That was the Cañete to Gerardo season, for those that were around for that. where we were just barbecuing everybody. Mecca just scored 2 goals in like his debut for the U19s team, so that's pretty sexy. Canyete's suspended. I think we've got Europe right after this, right? So this is going to be a pretty aggressive rotation. Yeah. We're going to go full. We're going to go full rotation, or as full as we feel like we can. I mean, Jean Carlos gets the nod. Okay, we have feeling you won't do that. Move these guys up. Move this guy up. Cesar coming on in, dog. All right, Rubio, Gutierrez, Otero, Salvador is back. We're going to stick him right in the middle. And we're just going to leave Savona in because he is not going to start the next match. Savona, Salvador, Gutierrez, Sosa, Rubio, Cesar. Then go ahead and give it to me. Breakdown. All right. All right, Sessa and Gerard. It's all right. And yeah, we should start Kiar. You're right. Jens, my boy. Get your butt in here, Jens. Who else starts? Havakote, maybe. I want to start Villalba. The guy's a big match player. He obviously wasn't like totally on his game in that last match, but I think the Mbambo Villalba. But I love Knifin too. Maybe we go Mbambo Knifin and bring Villalba off the bench because he's so explosive. Breakdown, it's all right. Do 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 do. All right, Gerard, Sessa, Havakote, Kiar, Rubio, Cesar, Jean Carlos. Rare start for Jean Carlos because we're now down to our third striker there. I would like to see. I want to see Jean Carlos drop off. I want to see Havakote be a little more aggressive and get himself in front of the goal. We'll see how this plays. I think it'll play well. I think it'll allow us to create just a bunch of different passing options. And Jean Carlos is the best passing striker we have. That is the truth. All right, here we go. If we want to have a chance to win the league in an unbelievable fashion over the last 3 match days, we need to win this game. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no other possibility. Like, we literally have to win this game. So we're rotating because it's very unlikely that we're able to win the league based off where we're at. All right, boys. All right, boys. Come here. Come here. We're going to Malaga, and we're coming back with 3 points. You hear me? We're coming back with 3 points. Do. Hey, Cruel Dark Eyes, thank you so much for the gifted sub, by the way, my dude. Captain Waters, thank you for the 22 months. As a famous Titan's wife said, I'm feeling 22. Happy to see the mighty Malia back. I appreciate that. Cat Meow, thank you so much for the prime. And Mongo, thank you so much for the 4 months. And thanks for spending $5 of Jeff Bezos money. Enjoy your lack of ads. Yeah, moving Bombo to the left. And then we could bring Knifin in on the right. I love... Knifin's a dog. He's a guy I want in my foxhole, you know? He's proven that to me in his first season, which is impressive. All right, this should be a team that these guys can beat. Jens Kars had a good year. That's a great ball, Savona! Oh, Cesar saved. Nicola Savona looking for the bounce back. Couldn't find it. A cheeky ball from Jens Kjar. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. Oh, come on, man. We had a good start. Oh. Cesar is hurt. Bongani, go. Bongani Van Rooyen. The BVR. That looks so good. How did we not win that? Oh, Sessa, hello. Rubio. Oh, Rubio. I think he beat him too easily. Gerard. Rubio again. Keeper's hurt. I feel like we can use that to our advantage. I feel like I switched you guys. Did I not? I feel like that's something that happened. Why would you... Whatever. You're supposed to be switched, although Sessa did just play a nice little back heel as the playmaker, so maybe I should keep him there. Kiar. Who's there? Not Havakote, so I don't care. Van Rooyen. Bongani Van Rooyen. Havakote! Sivairo Havakote, the Flying Dutchman, gives Malia the lead on a ball from Bongani Van Rooyen. It's a lovely delivery from Bongani Van Rooyen. Floated into space. Sivairo Havakote has a rare ability to elevate in those situations. That was well done. Well done. Salvador. First appearance for Salvador since the Achilles injury. So very happy to have him back. Van Rooyen. Jaime Gutierrez. Andre Girard. Kiar. Oh, this is looking very classy. Jean Carlos. Oh, Havakote! Oh, beautiful! Sivairo Havakote, and they pulled this right off the training ground. Van Rooyen, Kiar, Sessa, Van Rooyen, Jean Carlos with a two-touch turn, open window, passed into the corner by Sivairo Havakote. That is an outstanding goal. Told you Jean Carlos could pass. Had the eyes in the back of his head there. And Sivairo Havakote playing his very best. Hat-trick? Van Rooyen and Sessa, Gerard, Kiar. It's BVR! Oh, what a goal! The man who never scores with a spectacular goal! He's famous for not scoring, but what a goal this is for Bongani Van Rooyen with his weak foot. Oh my goodness. Bongani Van Rooyen. An assist and a goal. Didn't even start, and he pulled it off in the first half. Well, I mean, that's the best goal he's ever scored in his life. The dude misses open nets like it's his job. What a goal by Bongani Van Rooyen, and what a first half by the boys. Getting an opportunity to go and show out, and they really are showing out at Malaga. I mean, obviously, this is a rotated team with Europa League semifinal second leg coming up midweek, but you wouldn't know it's a rotated team. These guys can play. 1 through 25, we got a good squad. Good energy, good energy. Keep that energy going. Come on. Get there with a little more intensity. Arrive at the point of, oh, goodness. All part of the plan. All part of the plan. Baited him into the miss. Nicola Savona, dog. He's just not that good, is he? He's just not that good. Do, 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 do. Knifin, come here. You can have a Kote. I don't want him to be too tired for the match. Either I'm going to start him or I'm going to use him. Love to see the build-up plate of whatever just happened. Okay, Van Rooyen. Oh, Sessa, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. Should add that on to the beginning of the game because of their formation. Gonna work inside out, force them to the outside of the field. Play on their inside shoulder. All they're trying to do is just get narrower than us. So defensively, that's just what we got to do. Knifin, good carry. Bongani, Gienskiar. Whoa! Do-do-do-do-do. For what? On him, surely. Oh, Van Rooyen was get. I mean, might have just been the angle, but Van Rooyen literally beat him to the ball. Like, just running to the ball. Whatever. Great first half. Well done. Look, comfortable road win with the backups out there. We take those. Win's a win. I mean, yeah, we won 3-1 and kind of blew the doors off them in the first half. So, little complacency. Legs got a little heavy. Narrow tactics started to, make hay for them. So, we'll see what's wrong with Cesar. We've at least given ourselves a chance. We're still in the title race with 3 matches to go. Moderate hamstring strain. All right. Yeah, good work by Havakote. He is currently getting worse. Yeah! Nice work, brother. We finished the getting him. His foot is his right foot is literally gone from 1 to 3. You can't see it, but his right foot is literally gone from 1 to 3. Now that we finished getting that on him, he should stop getting worse. He's very young. He turned 20 earlier this year. It's a long... Yeah. There's a long road of development ahead for Havakote now that he's got a decent weak foot and can play more as a playmaker. Wimera injured. Yes, I heard. Kamel Mahmood. All right, Camel. You're on the way. Jeremy Monga facing, he's had a fight with Middlesbrough. Interesting. They're still pricing him at 90 million, but hey, look. Top goal scorer in the Champions League, Abdulrahman Al-Khater. Yeah, he's a stud. He has 40 goals in 88 career first-team matches. That's not easy to do, man. And we knew he was a stud going in. That's why he's on our yes list. Only studs go on our yes list. Chevy, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you for spending $5 of Jeff Bezos' money. Swansea Tristan, thank you for the 39 months. And Offshore Wasted, thank you so much for the Tier 1. Hell yeah, brother. Did we find 2 Qatari Wonder Kids? We did. We just don't have money right now or spaces in our squad. And I think what our transfer window looks like is going to be largely determined by what happens there. All right, we got Barcelona coming up right after this Celtic match. So we've got a monster 1-2. But we got a chance to play a European final here. We are down a goal, rather disappointingly, after our trip to Celtic Park. But there's a reason it's 2 legs, you know? There's a reason it's 2 legs. We got to just show up and take care of business. Amin Farhat. No. Yannick Vistas.
54 months. Welcome back, Zed. Hope things are well. Missed the first hour. Seems we did well.
Well, we lost to Celtic, so I wouldn't go over the top with it. But yeah, we are. Yeah, we've won our 2 league matches, so we've done what we could there. Now, that Barcelona match is. If we win it, we still have a chance to win the league with 2 matches to go. We just need Barcelona to lose both times. Totally possible. It's totally possible. We just got to put the match pressure on them. You know, I think Barcelona is going to feel that pressure. They're going to start sweating, you know. They're going to start sweating. Blessing Baba. Hamadou Makalu. I do like him. He's a good player. He's not expensive. You know, if you need somebody to slot into your midfield, he's the guy you go after. Nico Roscher. I have known about Nico Roscher since he was like 19. That guy, him and Frank Abubakar Diallo have been on my short lists for so long. Ivan. All right, his jumping reach is 14 now, so maybe we need to start taking Ivan seriously as a Wonder Kid center back. It's gone up 4. He elevates. Silvio LaMonica. Loaned from Roma to Manchester United. That makes sense. I totally understand the logic behind that one. Emerson Santos. Kasper Karlsson. Wingback, Copenhagen. Don't really have the threatening qualities to play. Oh, he's also not that good of a defender. Weird player. I actually don't remember having him on my short list either, so maybe I'm just a little rusty. Dunga. Eintracht Frankfurt's Brazilian center back. Severin Schmidt, 19-year-old Polish defender. Bad balance. Dude flops like a fish all over the place. Milos Markovic. He's got that Magikarp moves. I mean, you're 6'1", dude. Get a little more jumping reach, will you? The height's not the problem. A guy jumps downward, bends his knees. Mark Janchuk. Well, all the scouts seem to agree that this guy is just going to be an absolutely special player. Unless you count me. Unless you count me as one of the scouts, in which case, no. Way too far to go. What's the situation with the Sullivan kid who signed for City? But yeah, he's still in MLS. He's 16, dude. He's playing for, who are they? Philly Union. Fortunately, Sosa's just 1 to 3 days. I clicked on it instantly because otherwise I was going to crash out. So Sosa will be eligible and will be able to play. Our backup is Conceição, though, so I'm not super in love with that if he ends up having to play. Because Ovie Ejairi, like, dislocated his shoulder and just got back from that injury a couple weeks ago, so we unregistered him for the spring. All right. Keep him on the maybe for another year. But yeah, Kevin Sullivan, last I saw like some highlights from him the other day. He's playing for Philadelphia Union. I don't think he's like an everyday player yet, but yeah, second leg is at home. I would hope we wouldn't lose 2-1 at our place. That would be a tough look. All right, as expected, Sosa is cleared after his very minor injury to take full part in this match today. All right, set the team. Sosa starts. He'll be able to play. Ivande, Ferreros, Otero. Great Wall of Malia in place. Versales on the left, Cesar away. Cañete takes over on the right. World-class pair of wingbacks right there. World-class pair of wingbacks. Surai. And Sessa. I was impressed once again with the way that Sessa played in that last league match, and I'm going to put him out there. Actually, no. With the way we're starting this, I want Casido and Sarai. That one Sessa back heel is not gonna fool me. All right, very important. Luis Miguel Navas. Channel forward. And the biggest decision we have to make, of course, is the... Wait, are they saying he's not going to be... he's totally available. Yeah. They're redding out Sosa, but he's totally able to play. He was cleared. We're good. We have Villalba, Mbambo, Knifin, and Havacote. Who would you start? You know what I'm going to do? It's not Navas. It's Villalba. We did this a little bit at the beginning of the season, and we're going to bring it back now. We're going to get all three of... We're going to get 3 guys that we want on the field. And we can put... All right, put it in there. Come on, man.
What's up, Zed? Do you watch baseball? If so, how do you feel about the Skubal trade?
Mbambo is super sub. Somebody's not going to have a good game, and Mbambo's going to sub in for him. And I want Mbambo late game. I think he's the best option off the bench. He's super sub. Havakote, Knifin. Okay. Yes. That's who I'm going with. I want Mbambo late game.
I'm back, smile.
Gentlemen, when you start playing this game, you have a few dreams. You want to make it into your hometown team? You want to represent your country? You want to play in a World Cup? There's one dream that nobody in this room has ever been able to fulfill yet. And that's playing in a European Cup final. You give me 90 good minutes out there, and so help me, you will be back in this room with that dream fulfilled. Because that team over there doesn't stand a chance if you play as well as you can. Not a chance in the world. It is all about the 11 guys in this room and the 12 guys on the bench. You take care of your business, you cross that dream right off. Now let's go. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, here we go. A wonderful night at the Tingus Pingus. It's UD Malia against Celtic for a spot in the Europa League final. Leo Versailles looking for Havakote. Oh, it's across Viova! Oh, an immediate scare for Celtic at the back. What a moment. What a ball from Versailles to Havakote, and it just ricocheted around. Bonde's hurt. All right. Rosales. Havakote. Villalba. He's got to run. Cañete's in! Angel Cañete! The German superstar when his club needs it most. It's 2-2 on aggregate. Oh, he wanted to go backwards, so it's good. Such a good play, dude. That is such a good play. Where the hell did that come from? All right, pretty straightforward team talk. Don't need to do anything crazy. Don't need to get carried away. Havakote's really struggling, so I'm just going to go straight to Mbambo. Looking like we might have made the wrong call on that one. Okay, we are going to change mentality in the second half. That's it for now, though. All right, we need a big 45 minutes. Down 3-2 on aggregate. We need a big 45 minutes. Damn. All right. Kiar. Come here. You're getting Ferreros. I'm keeping Avande in because he's the only center back that's actually produced like a good performance so far today. All right. Sub! Sessa, go get Sarai. Casado, you're in the playmaking spot now. Sarai's struggling. Rosales is struggling too. I don't like that. All right. Jens Kjaer playing on the left. Mbambo, Knifin, Villalba, good pressure defense to try and really shut them down, force those long balls for us to be able to win back quickly. But then we're connecting the play a little more efficiently out of the back in that situation. Okay, we need a goal. Jens Kjær and Francesco Sessa are the guys coming in to try and do that for us. Let's go. Kjær. Nice. Mbambo. All right. Need that flare in that middle spot. It needs to shine now. Casado. Great ball out wide. Cañete got options here. Cañete going himself. Knife in. Mbambo! That's better. That's better. I love that. I love that right after the subs. I love that. I love another highlight. Good. We can press so much better out of this. Kjær. Casado. Mbambo. Casado with space to choose. Mbambo moving around. Versales. Casado. Versales. Runs by his man. It's Jens Kjær. Kjær. Versales. Casado! Good, Otero. Good defending. Keep it going. Kjær. Jens Kjær. Leo Versales. Versales back to Casado. Kelvin Mbambo. Sessa. Knifing. 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 Cañete. Knifing. What the? I think it was blocked. I think it's a corner. Let's go, boys. Let's go. We need a goal. Sessa. Oh, that's nice. Knifing. Find the key. Find the key. Ivande. Otero. Well, that was a little scary. Two subs, two stoppages. All right. Rubio! I trust you, man. We're going to get... Actually, wait. Van Rooyen, we're doing double in cuts because we're ending up in a lot of inside cutting situations. So Van Rooyen, the left-footed right back, and Cañete, the right-footed left back. I think that sets us up for success the most. They'll be able to cut in and play those balls. It's that or a second striker. We can do both, technically. I think we do both now. Navas, get knifing. And then, okay, I think this sets... I don't think we need a second striker. I think that we need Navas to be the primary striker. And then Villalba to switch here. And then Villalba to be in here, and Mbambo to be out here. And we can shift it to Sessa here and Villalba, looking around. I think that's just what we're going to do. Okay. Those are all our subs. Ivande just needs to stay sharp. He's survived this long. All right, boys. We get an extra sub if we go to extra time, but we have to get there. And right now I'm a little worried about that, obviously. Because despite the fact that we've really taken control of this match in the second half, they made one great play and scored a goal. And we need to do that. That gives us a focal point in the box. And a focal point up top to play off of.
Where do burgers go dancing? At the meatball.
All right, Costa's the guy finding passes. Villalba's in the middle making plays. Sessa and Navas are up top. Okay. Van Rooyen. Oh, he's looking for Navas. Oh, where's my center back? Where are you? You have to squeeze. I don't hate that foul. Sosa's up. Kjaer. No, Van Rooyen. Could this be something? Bongani. Kjaer! Villalba. Van Rooyen. Villalba. Bongani. We weren't good enough. I think we really missed the fact that our 24-goal striker was not available. I think that really hurt. Allison Lopes Teixeira probably makes a difference in that game, but you know, until we'd pushed huge numbers forward, they had basically one play and they made it. And we just, the way we started that game, have to be able to score more than one goal in that game. And obviously we started so well and it looked like we were going to be able to just kind of run them off the field at the beginning. We just didn't have anybody make a play, really. We have a lot of guys who were good enough to make a play to be able to take that game down to Jens Kjaer's shot in the 92nd minute. And nobody could find it on the rangefinder. And I mean, look, and honestly, it all comes down to the last second penalty they got in the first leg. It was 1-1 until the 95th minute. And we lost that match because we gave away a penalty with seconds on the clock and nothing else going. That's a soul-crushing win or loss because, like it being Celtic hurts. But like we weren't good enough. You don't make it to a Europa League semifinal by accident, obviously. So it's not like this is obviously a good Celtic team, but if we want to be who we want to be, which is a team that can win the Champions League and win La Liga, that sort of tie should be an afterthought. That sort of tie should just be an afterthought. But it wasn't. It was not today. We lost. We lost in the Europa League semifinal to Celtic. In both matches, we were the better team, too. That's what really sucks. I mean, it's obvious, like, at the end, we've got everybody pushed forward, and they had that one scramble play where poor Avande, who'd been injured for like 85 minutes, hobbling back, missed that slide tackle, but I mean, we're just all over him. Just can't find a way to put the ball in the net. Man City survived, by the way. They won 4-3. It looks like Real Madrid is going to be playing in the Champions League after there was much concern about that for them for a while. And our last shot at winning the La Liga title is we have to win this game at home against a Barcelona team that has been magnificent. I'm not doing the team talk. We're down 8 points with 3 matches to go. We win this match, we are down 5 points with 2 matches to go. They have to lose their last 2 matches. I'm not liking our odds there, but it would be really fun to do that. Abubacar Sadiki Berry, he was never that good. These are our youth intake guys that were released at the end of their contracts. Damn, man. Damn! Oh, Marcos. Hopefully he's okay. Groin strain, not great. But he'll be available next season. It's not something that's going to affect that. He's just going to miss the very end of this year. Who's Usman Juf? New Youth Academy guy. Okay. Wow. It feels like a big missed opportunity. Now, I do think Man City is going to commit war crimes against Celtic in that final, but we didn't earn it against. I think we would have done better against Man City than they would, but we didn't earn it against them to try. Do 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 do. All right, we can give Alberto Romero a professional contract. He's asking for a lot. A lot. That is a ridiculous amount of money. I'll tell you what. I'll raise this even more. You're pushing it, Alberto, but you just came in the youth intake, and we do want to see what type of guy you're gonna end up being. But with that kind of wage, you do not get to stick around unless you're showing serious improvement. That's for sure. Give Celtics some respect and credit. I mean, I said you don't make the Europa League semifinal by accident, but also if you just compare the resources and the valuation of the clubs, the values of the players on the teams, we should win that game. We are the favorites. We should win, and we didn't, and that sucks. Because getting to Europa League semifinal and getting a matchup against Celtic would be a preferred, that is a preferred matchup in that situation. All right, I do not want Savona having to defend Barcelona's wingers, so I'm going to put Jaime Gutierrez in there. At least he's a dog. Maybe he'll chew one of their ankles off. Cañete, Versales, Casado, Sarai. All right, we are wholly in the wrong setup here. All right. Striker, Luis Miguel Navas. He has more physicality to be more of a focal point player for us to play off of, so we're going to try to do that. Villalba's going to get the start. I think we do Villalba there and Havacote there, and then do a flip. All right, and then Villalba is going to be a wide forward. Navas, Havacote, Casado, Sarai. All right, Gutierrez, Otero, Ferreros, Cañete, Sarai, Casado, Versales, Havacote, Villalba, and Luis Miguel Navas. Yeah, Allison Lopes-Teixeira's done for the year. It's not a bad injury, but it's enough to knock him out. It was a hernia, just took him out for a month. Bad time, obviously. He missed both legs of that Celtic match, and I mean, he's I think been our most important offensive player this year. Is a guy that can play as a focal point in our system, and we don't have anybody else that can play striker in our system the way it demands to be played, as like that physical kind of rim running focal point. I'm going to try and buttress Navas' lack of ability to do that with Havacote being on the field as well. We're going to need Navas to, or we're going to need Villalba to go crazy in this game. All right, Barcelona, chat. This is it. All the marbles. We want to stay alive for a league title. We have to win this match and get very lucky over the last two matches. But if we win, we have the most points in a league season at the top level that Malia has ever gotten. Eclipsing 2 years ago with Cañete and Gerardo, that fever dream magic season we had. We had a 2-0 lead against Barcelona at the Camp Nou, and we lost 3-2 earlier in the season, thanks to a Lamine Yamal supernova performance. Lamine is not on the field for this game, and I have never been more thankful in my entire life. I should have put someone out there to sweep the leg on him. Guru, thank you so much for the Prime. Cringe Crunch, thank you for the 5 months. Fenton, thank you for the 52 months. Slurp, thank you for the Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. And Everistus, thank you for the 30 months. Welcome back. I'm back, too. We're both back. Well, that was fast. All right, boys. It would be a hell of a bounce back if we were able to go out there and win this game. Defending the home turf against Barcelona. Nice. Thank you, Zaviro. All right, we have nobody recovering this at all, so that's a problem. All right. We survived, leaving Pedri open. Oh, Villalba. What a flick-on header to Versales. Who's there? Havacote's there! Villalba. Ferreros. Sarai. Villalba. Ferreros. Villalba. Bringing it back. Versales. Versales looking. Casado. Sarai's there! Oh, I thought that was in. Exactly what I would have wanted him to do with it. Back against the momentum. Bottom corner. Nice, Ferreros. What a play. Oh, there's a pass here. Looking for Navas. Oh, what a touch! I mean, great movement, good physicality to win the race to that, an incredible touch to bring that down. Everything but the finish. Versales, Otero.
One day I'll remember to cancel.
Sarai! Oh! Yes! Gianmarco Villalba on the rebound! And UD Malia's league dreams still have a pulse. Raul Sarai with a beautiful hit into the post. And Gianmarco Villalba is first to it. The Mexican star who's finally been able to play almost a full season. Has been an important player for this team. Ferreros, Otero, Gutierrez, Cañete. Ooh, good layered play here. Javacote! Good. This is good. This is good. Play with this energy. But we know what they're capable of, especially if Lamin's on the bench. My goodness, Ferreros. Nice, Sarai. Navas. Oh, that's an unbelievable pass into space by Navas. Villalba would love to be able to use something that good. Oh, Gutierrez. Look at Gutierrez. What a dog. Cañete. Back to Javacote. Javacote. Back to his left. Woo. He gave that a stern talking to. Sarai. Cañete. Look at that movement. Javacote. Casado with space. Good. Let him run. Let him run. Let him run. Don't break our... Yeah, good. Don't need to break our shape for that. Thank you, Ferreros. I was worried you weren't going to be able to shut that down. That's got to be you. I cannot blame our fullback for not being with that run. Good defense. Good. Yamal isn't on the bench. Wonderful news. I forgot to look, to be honest with you. Good work by Ferreros. They're making us work, but I mean, they're one of the best teams in the world, if not the best team in the world right now. Stunning elimination from Champions League notwithstanding. They've the goals they've put up, the score lines they've hung. Oh, yes, Villalba. Gianmarco Villalba with the interception. He is a guy that, when he wants to, can take over. Sarai. Versales. Oh, Sarai's all alone! How did they block that? We've got to make them pay for him being that open up there. And I know he can, but you have, like, the way they're pressing us on the outside, he's open up there. You got to make him pay. Make him pay. Havakote. Capable of the long, majestic run for sure. Sarai. Casido. Havakote. Oh, that's beautiful! Oh, that would have been so good. Oh, that is classy. Boy, Otero. Nice, Villalba. All right, look. Ah. All right. Nice. Navas. Okay. We're playing friggin' unstoppable Barcelona right now. And we are beating them. And we're playing the defense when we need to play the defense. We're playing good defense. And, you know, Villalba in particular, but I think Avacotes looks solid as well. Navas probably should have had a goal with the kind of great play he made to get in position. I like the way we're playing. It looks like two great teams out there. It's got to, you know, keep it up in the second half. It's where we let ourselves down in Barcelona on the road. Been really happy with Gutierrez. He has not looked out of place. He's out there competing, which is the one thing you can count on. That dude is he's going to sweep somebody's leg. Sarai, a moon ball. You know, I'll take that. Let him defend that way. Oh, that's good. Oh, take him! You cannot be losing the ball there, boys. Way to settle it, Sarai. That's fine. Cañete. Oh, Sarai making a run, a deep-lying playmaker. Okay. Very fluid. Havacote, Cañete, Sarai. Turn! Threaten the goal, Luis! You're a striker now. You're a free elf. Turn! What, because he's hurt? It's not my fault he's made of glass. Nice, Havacote. Villalba again doing a good job covering space. God, what are we doing, boys? What is that pass? He wasn't even in the same area code as where you put that. Please. He's trying to give you the ball. Thank you. Good pass. Good pass. Good check. Oh, where's the aggressive play? There we go. Villalba's putting in the work. Villalba. Got options. Dude, there's no way. Oh, we were in such a good... Oh, that's such a threatening position. Could have multiple passing options back through the box. Oh. Oh, we're there. No, we got... Come on. We cannot let that ball come down. Sosa could have come out and gotten that. Sosa could have come out and grabbed that. Oh, we are unextended. I forgot about that. Okay. I was thinking that highlight was a little juicy. Versales. Villalba. Back to Versales, dude! Mbambo. Jean Carlos. Nice, Jean Carlos. Good work. Villalba, Casado, Sarai, Jean Carlos. Mbambo's there! Oh! Wow, it deserved to go in. Nice, Sarai.
That's number 10.
Leo Versales and Villalba. Versales is going to go in. Good way to slow it down. Hey, what's up, Brookler? Theo, thank you for the 10 months. Closing on that 1 year, my man. Dazzer, thank you for the 7 months. One day I'll remember to cancel my sub. I've gotten caught with that before. I appreciate the 7 months, Dazzer, but let this serve as a reminder. There's been so many just like half looks each way and exciting plays in this game. I'm amazed it's only 1-0, and I'm very happy we're in the lead, obviously. And I think we've played, this looks like a match between two great teams, like I said. Hey. Jens, come here. You're coming in again. Who else is down there? Gerard is motivated. All right, which one of our two midfielders has been more buns? You're coming out. So I agree, Sarai's been the better player in this game. Caniete's really struggled today. Give me Van Rooyen. I like, he's, oh, nope. Give me Rubio. That guy is not afraid of big moments. Okay, well, he's a sub. I'm swapping one potential sub out for another. Chill. All right. Villalba, Mbambo, cutting in, obviously. Villalba, Gerard, Sarai, Versailles, Rubio. Okay, in possession. Out of possession, I want to put more pressure on them, basically.
Now that it's over, I'd like to share the perfect method for watching the smaller games at the next World Cup. When a relative or loved one complains about watching Switzerland versus Qatar and asks you to name 3 Qatar players, the answer is Eric Clapton, Eddie Van Halen, and Jimi Hendrix. You're welcome.
Like 5 minutes and the changes still haven't gone in. Because guitar players. C+! Captain Ginger, thank you for the 59 months. Oh, Versailles and the takeaway. Okay. We might be in business here before the changes. Jean Carlos. Villalba. Oh, there's another run there. Back to Villalba. Gianmarco Villalba. Oh, what a move! Gianmarco Villalba! That is one for the all-time highlight reel. The Mexican Messi has finally arrived as a superstar. What a goal, Gianmarco Villalba. With a fringe chance at a league title on the line, he's put on the cape. Oh, this is absolute filth from Gianmarco Villalba. He's shown him the shops. Rumors about a sale, struggles with fitness, and Gianmarco Villalba. I'll give you the behind the goal view here. With a famous Malia goal in real time. Picks it up in such a dangerous area after Visales gets it back to him. Oh my goodness. It's 2-1. UD Malia leads. Change is cancelled. Sub. Rubio. Gerard. Rubio, Gerard, go. Gutierrez build the statue. Jaime Gutierrez. The youth academy guy that nobody likes because I don't think he has any skills, and that's true, but he's just tougher than everybody. In the game! We beat mighty Barcelona! The team that's been beating everybody 8-0 this year, we have beaten them. Sure, they didn't have Lamine, but look, we're still in it. With 2 matches to go, we are still alive for the league. All you ask for is a chance. All you ask for is a chance. Also, Gianmarco Villalba with an unbelievable performance. Both goals including a supreme individual effort. Before our tactical changes to go for it had even kicked in. What a huge win to get the vibes right back after that Celtic result. What a huge win and a huge performance from Gianmarco Villalba playing as a wide forward. My king, Gianmarco Villalba. Okay. Yeah, to understand how good this Barcelona team is, it's not necessarily their number of points, which is like average to slightly above average for a potential league winner, right? It's looking at the way they've won. They have been murdering teams all year. They are a team that can really blow you out and embarrass you, plus 91 goal difference. They've scored 118 goals this year, while allowing 27. And with 2 matches to go, a team with those lines, we can still catch. We're away against Sociedad. Now, so you're asking their last 2 matches are Espanyol and Athletic Bilbao. Bilbao's good. I don't know where Espanyol is. look, they're battling against relegation. That means they're going to be really inspired. Well, Barcelona, on the other hand, is going to be lacking inspiration because what are they playing for? I'm stress eating my chips. All right, you say so. That Chad? My God, that's Chad. This dude is Chadian. Born there? Yes. He was born in Tamam, Chad. Odds we can find that. I know N'Djamena is the capital. Or I don't know how to say it. My brother had a professor from N'Djamena. N'Djamena. Where was it? Tamam. Is he a Sahara baby or is he a jungle? You got two biomes to choose from. Anybody see Tamam? What if he's like way up here? What's even going on up here? Human trafficking. There's Zor. That's a solid looking town, you know? I'm going to go with no street view. They got a hospital, clothing store, boutique, but where is it? Southeast. Okay, he's from Tamam in the southeast of Chad. Is there like a Wikipedia? Population 38,000. Solid spot. Dude, look at that. What an interesting part of the world. The Sahel. Most of the economy comes from the Salamat region, such as fish, vegetables, and anomalous meats. In Arabic, Tamam means mother of twins. As an airport, you can fly to Tamam. There's a dry season where every year they're worried about running out of water. And that is what motivated Mohamed Indelabaye to get better and better, chat. Sorry, I'm just snacking and going down YouTube rabbit holes. I don't know a lot about Chad, so I'm trying to learn. The things I do know, not great, right? So definitely want to learn more. And this guy, really good. Not really, sorry. This guy, good. I'm not adding him to my short list, though. Shout out to him for existing, though, you know? Mateu Pearson. Zivkovic. This is why I wish FIFA actually did send money for development to countries like Chad. You do so much good by making people in the world aware of places like that.
Baby number 8 is a month old now.
The money never results in actual development? I know. You'd have to find ways for that to actually happen. And I don't know if there's obviously no easy way to guarantee that. That's a big issue with a lot of, like, FIFA will give money to countries, but it doesn't get to where it needs to go for football reasons. Great. Thank you for indulging me. I needed to crush those. I was very hungry all of a sudden. If only Infantino had an idea to make even more money. Let's not pretend that if Infantino's idea went through to make more money, that money would somehow make it to developing players in Chad. Let's drop the charade here and be honest. There's a negative 5% chance out of 100 that money would get to developing young players in Chad. All right. I know, yeah. But that's like what Infantino would have you believe, right? Like that's what he sells. That was Niger, never mind. I knew one of the Sahel countries had a military coup not that long ago. I think it was Niger a couple years ago. Had a little unrest. A cheeky little unrest. Tell you what, I would love to go to that part of the world, though. You'd have to make sure you were safe about it, but the Sahel is very interesting to me, the bottom part of the Sahara. Winde Asef. Okay. Iker Valencia. He's still staring at that ridiculously high potential, knowing that at some point he's probably going to reach half of it, maybe, in his entire life. Toru Kamuri. And Tamir Goldstein. He's 25. Yeah, that's not it. That's not it, even on an indie contract. Have you spoken about the Jordanian FA comments? I'm pretty sure that was the Prince of Jordan. But yeah, I mean, good for them. Oh, knifing. Hamstring strain's going to miss the last 2 matches. Yeah, I mean, Jordan's, it was the Prince of Jordan, maybe one of the princes of Jordan. I'm unfortunately unfamiliar with like the Jordanian royal family setup, but somebody from the Jordanian royal family basically saying that they weren't going to endorse Infantino because they were basically trying to bribe Jordan to, you know, and he kind of called them out for they still haven't gotten their prize money for the Arab Cup, even though FIFA brags about all the money that it has. FIFA made like, what was it, 20 million in total from the World Cup, which is like, it's an insane amount of money. You can pay Jordan its freaking prize money. Also saying that apparently they got taxed in the US, which naturally one of the most fun parts about the US, actually. Hope they got the like normal, authentic experience, You have to figure out how much you owe, but if you can't figure it out right, prison. Bunch of Jordanian dudes trying to hire TurboTax. Is Gutierrez getting better? Yeah. Guy has the technical ability of a tadpole, but mentally and physically, he can compete. And his mentality is outstanding, and he just digs in and fights. And that's how he got all the way to the Argentine national team, is just being a fighter. Oh, they wheeled Lamine back out. They wheeled Lamine Yamal back out. Some fun to watch. Real Madrid's currently not in a Champions League position. Yeah. Well, you know what? Espanyol honestly fought harder than I expected. They only lost 2-1 at Barcelona. It's a pretty good effort from them. All right. I really hope Real Madrid lose. That would be awesome. Please lose. They're still not safe. They needed that win, and they were tied into the second half. They are still very, very not safe. If they fail to win on the last day, then they are in a lot of trouble with Champions League. Meanwhile, we are in complete cruise control, chat. Complete cruise control. That's a shame. I would have loved to have at least gone into this match with a chance, but we're on Sunday. They're on Friday. It happens on the not last match day. Girona just lost, so that makes Real Madrid a little more comfy. How dare you, Girona? Damn. I mean, look, with the start of the day, we didn't think we had much of a chance. The fact that we've been able to, fight our way to this. Like, to a position where we were like, hey, maybe there's actually a snowball's chance in hell that we could win the league. All right, Otero, I'm rotating you out for Salvador. Ivande, you're going in for Gutierrez because you're able to. Ferreros, you stay. Dead serious, I think Jean Carlos might be a better option for us right now. Like, actually. Just bump in. Hey, give me wide forward. And then Havacote there. Yeah, okay. We do want to win. I mean, we're obviously, when do you ever play a game and you don't want to win? But we have guaranteed a Champions League spot. We now know we're not going to win the league. We have broken our all-time points record. We do have a chance to get to 90 points in the season, which would obviously be remarkable. If we win our next 2 matches, we will get to 90 points for the year. So I think that's what we play our way towards right now. All right, let me try Gerard there. No, Gerard there. Costado move over. All right, you already have all that set up. Just need screening there. Okay. How's Salvador doing? He's getting his bravery back after coming back from that injury. Tough to miss a couple of months. Tough to miss. And Caesar's out. Hey, Rubio. Actually, no, I'll give you... No, I don't want to give you last match of the year. Rubio, go get Versailles just for a game. All right, Giancarlos has an opportunity to impress me here. Giancarlos has an opportunity to impress me. Luis Miguel Navas has obviously been struggling a little bit. There is no pressure on this game to begin with because Barcelona's already won. So let's just go get 90 points on the season. Yeah, we lost to Celtic. It was bad. I mean, Celtic's obviously better than I would say they are in real life right now. You know, they got all the way to the Europa League final, including, you know, beating us, who are finishing well ahead of Real Madrid in the league this year. But
what's up, Zealand? How is it going? BCW, my home city team have just signed a fellow American in Conrad de la Fuente. First American in our history.
Bro, I haven't heard the name Conrad de la Fuente in like 5 years. Last I heard he was at Marseille, but I don't think that worked out that well. A former La Masia guy. Who'd he sign for? I don't know who your team is. I don't know who Conrad de la Fuente just signed for. Guillon? Or is it Guijon? So he's staying in... That's Dijon. And then it's Guijon. Guijon. Gijon. Got it. Gijon. Gijon. Well, I hope he does well for you. He did seem to be more comfortable playing in Spain than any other part of his career. Exciting player. He has a lot of flair. He just, never could make it stick at the top level of the game, but he's definitely somebody that can pop up with great moments. Ooh, Casado. Yeah, fun guy, fun name. Kanyate! There's no way you missed that. Oh, there's no way you missed that. Well, that's great. That's just wonderful. Sverre Halseth Nippon. I'm going to make the sub before the half just to, really drive a point home. Oh, this would be sick. Get the goal right before the half. Let's get going. Doi! He wasn't actually that close. Evande! Oh! I mean, show me something else. I mean, really, show me something else. Like, what are we doing? Versales, go get Cañete. He's been just diabolical in this first half. Thank you for the instant highlight. Ratchet up our level, please. Mbambo. Versales. Oh my goodness. I mean, obviously that's coming at him fast, but... Come on, guys. Don't go out with a whimper on this season. Don't go out with a whimper on this season. Go out with a bang. Go out with a bang, Gerard. There we go. There we go. Rubio. Rubio. Miguel Rubio. Mbambo. Rubio. There you go, Navas. There you go. That was on. That was on. Attaboy, Navas. Way to fight for it. Way to fight for your job. Way to show me a little something. Just, you know, a scrappy, throw yourself at it type of goal. Nice back heel, dude. What a nice back heel by Mbambo to get Rubio into that much space. Two guys that have been around each other for years, and then Navas gets to the spot. Yes. Yeah, that's the 18 flair, the quality from Mbambo to just make a play nobody else sees. Versales. There you go. There you go, Kelvin. Oh, baby! Whew. I left him in there even though he had a bad first half because I really have faith in Villalba now. And it's Mbambo, just gathers it, beats his man. Villalba's in a pocket of space. Defender's going to get there initially, but Villalba just throws a foot at it, kind of wraps his foot in with the defender and pelts it into the top corner. You just got to take a chance on that. It's such a good goal. I don't want to take off our aggression completely. We will phase back at like 75 minutes to try and play out the rest of this game.
Zed, my boy, here's a random question for you in chat. When was the last time you jumped?
Last time you jumped? Probably yesterday. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Navas! I've always been a leaper. I jump rather frequently. Your fun Zealand lore fact of the day. You ready? I actually don't know how long it was. It was, I think, 11 years. I held the league record in middle school for the standing long jump. And the coach, when I was like out of college, the coach called me and was like, yeah, somebody finally broke the record. It's like, oh. I've always had very surprising leaping ability. Mbambo! You can't drop that fact. Okay, well, I have to. I didn't say how long I jumped because you have to like convert it. Okay. I jumped 2.8194 meters from a standing position, or 9 feet 3 inches. That was my standing long jump record. In middle school is like, how old are you in 8th grade? 13? Yeah, okay. So that's like a league of, like 13 and under. And it was 9 feet 3 inches, which is apparently 2.8194 meters. Do the jump in your room right now. The standing long jump across my room. He's quite squarely built. I am quite squarely built. I'm built like a tree trunk. I have no idea why I'm able, I don't know. I just always was jumping. I'm just a jumpy person, dude. I don't know. I could dunk before I blew my knee out. I can't dunk anymore. The vertical leaping, it kind of hurt. Like, if I really go for it repeatedly, my knee's just crazy sore the next day. It's just not a lot of fun. Not a fun experience. There's really no reason for me to try to get back to being able to dunk again either. Okay, we'll do... Pop him wide. Pop you in. I really want to keep Villalba as that wide forward right now. Dude's balling as it. And then we're going to lower the tempo, add some time wasting. I really want to see this out. Great little explosion of 2 goals in 5 minutes to get control of this game. Totally dominated the second half. Oh, my midfield's out of whack. How tall are you? I am 6'2". 6 feet 2 inches, which is like 187 or something. $1.87960 repeating. Is that your actual height or your driver's license height? I mean, I've been the same height I am now since I was 12. Like, literally at 12 years old, I was this tall. So, oh my goodness. What are we doing, boys? What are we doing? What are we falling for? Why even have the option in the game to set it preset? Because they clearly don't listen. They clearly just don't listen. And they don't. When you have it as the preset for all positions, they clearly don't listen at all. That's just like a cat chasing a laser pointer. There's no point. Sub! Salvador, get your butt out of here. We're gonna try a little something. Ready? Channel forward on this side. Kiar cutting in. Casado, Gerard. Gerard should come off as well. Sessa should come in. Sessa can be more impactful making that move. Villalba there. You're there. Sessa's there. Sessa's pressing. You're not. You're screening. Okay. Little more aggressive now. Please. Okay. We do not want to draw Real Sociedad, a mid-table team, especially off that. Dude, that was nothing. Oh, we freaking had the ball. And Miguel Rubio's had this incredible game. And the only reason he's onside is because Ferreros is staring at a butterfly. God, we've dominated this game so incredibly. Come on. Any day now. At least to get the tactical adjustments in. Yeah. Yeah, this is what we're doing. After finding out we have no chance to win the league, this is what's going to happen. This is what we're going to do. All right, cool. Super duper sick, man. All right, I am going to make one more adjustment, which is strictly for us to just be able to play much more direct. And lop it up. We're not even going to get the change in. I don't care if we don't get the change in as long as we score. Versailles. Kjær. No, Jens, you're right-footed. Take a touch and play it with your right. Jens, listen. Jens, you're right-footed, Jens. Jens, 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 you're right-footed. Jens. What the hell is that? I wanted 90 points. I wanted something to be. Oh my. What are you doing? What are you doing? How is that a draw? Ferreros, do you have a brain? You need to find one. We can't keep doing this. Goodness gracious, man. At home against relegated Eibar, final match of the year. They're not even winning. Oh my God, I lost to a team that didn't even win the Scottish League. Oh. 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 Come on, take the money and run. I'm sick. All right, okay. Somebody make my day. Real Madrid, lose your last match, please. Real Madrid, lose your last match, and the other two teams win, and Real Madrid misses the Champions League. Make my day. We could use a pick-me-up over here. Make my day. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want it to happen. Francesco Camarda. Guillermo Arbon. Vasily Ajic. Shout out Montenegro. All right. I'm good, but I appreciate, I appreciate the nationality. I think that's neat. I think that's really cool. I'm about to sell shares of Malia is crazy. That's crazy. Leave the sport alone. Steven Ackerman. That guy a hedge fund? That's a hedge fund guy. Two agent offers, Kasper Zelikovsky. For the bargain price of $33 million. And then Dunga, the perfectly reputable Brazilian center back who's actually made it into the first team of the Brazilian national team. That's alarming for them. A player emote has been redeemed. I see. By you. What did you redeem? What hath your redemption wrought? Garrison Correa. Kind of suck with the ball, dude. Kind of not that good with the ball, man. Jesus Rodriguez, my boy. Oh, for Jens. I heard somebody say he's left-footed. I don't know how to tell you this, but I know my players. He is right-footed, which makes it even funnier that he played that with his left. Like, Jens! It's perfectly set up for your favored foot, dude. What? Oh, that was... I can't. He could have taken one touch and just bopped that into the far side of the goal. And I wouldn't have even been like, wow, what a great goal. I would have been like, cool, that's kind of what he's supposed to do from there. That's how open and obvious that was. Pablo Torra. Well, he's huge and fast. And he has definitely found a way to make a career out of that. So full credit to Pablo. Utku Hasisalulu. Okay, so his potential has rocketed down. But so is his value. And that, that gets me thinking. That gets me thinking. How did I get money? The board realized we were going to be in the Champions League next year and reset the wage budget. I think based off of expectations, we're worried we weren't going to be in Europe at all, which was a foolish worry. But in terms of the way the game works behind the scenes, had them concerned. Tristan Palestina, that dude sucks. Christian Mandich. The Mandich. All right. Ibar at home. Let's just throw a party. Let's just blow them out. They're not good. I think they've already been confirmed relegated. So let's just go out there and have fun. Oh, no. They're actually up to 14th. I thought they were in the relegation race. Huh. Never mind. It's dead rubber for both of us, I guess. Yeah. Love the fact that they're charging whatever they're charging for Kleber. Thierry Demeyer. I love the fact that he's become so bad I don't even want him anymore. Yeah, do. The Jens command has been added. 19 million transfer budget. I hope from, oh my God, Celtic won. With 2 reds. I mean, it's like the greatest match ever played. They were down 1-0 and 2-1, and they won. They were down 2 men for 45 minutes. They were down 2 men for 45 minutes. Something special about that team, dude. I don't know. Anton Matkovic worked City, too. He had 2 goals. There's something special about that team. They're just... We lost to the eventual champions. I don't know what you want. In the semifinal, we lost to Celtic, and they went on and beat Manchester City in one of the great European finals of all time. Took down Erling Haaland and Vinicius Jr. in the Europa League final. If I told you it was possible that this happened, you wouldn't believe me. That's how ridiculous it is. Winning penalty scored by 23-year-old Irish not international Johnny Murphy. South African international Ime Okan scored their 4th pen. Ramon Hendricks, a 33-year-old Austrian with 0 caps, scored their 3rd pen.
Daily reminder to think about the Roman Empire. You are most welcome for the splendor that is Rome.
Thank you, Basil Bulgaroktonos. Appreciate the 61 months. Rab, thank you for the 21. Eternal Optimist, thank you for the 42. Wow. I can't believe Celtic won. Everybody's got to eat their disrespect. Celtic was the best team in the Europa League the whole time. Apparently. Yeah, Celtic were the biggest overachievers. That's not a surprise. Matkovic, top goal scorer. Holland, top assist maker. Nice. Apparently somebody's interested in Samu Andres, trying to keep him around. I mean, Andres is expensive, but if you have the money, like, everybody has a price. Legally, in Spain, everybody has a release clause. Everybody has a price. So, you know, if you match that, I'm okay with that. New contract. Well, chat, I think we should give it to him. He proved he can stay healthy for a season, and he proved he can be a star player, in my opinion. A big moments guy. That Celtics manager interested in Andres? Oh, they definitely don't have that money. Whatever. You know, I think Gianmarco Villalba's proved that he can stay fit for a season, which we were very interested to see. And he's proved that he can be a guy we can count on in big moments with his mentality. So I'm okay with the idea of negotiating an extension to his current contract. Also, there's no interest anywhere else. So let's see what he's interested in. Star player. Wow. All right. That's a lot of money, Gianmarco. All right. Well, we're not giving the yearly salary raise. All right. Winning the Europa League. Brother, I don't think we're ever going to be in the Europa League again. I'll give you $1 million if we win the Copa del Rey, or if we win the Europa League, or if you win Spanish Player of the Year. Bro, it's a 1-year extension? What? Now, I need a little more contract control than that, Gianmarco. All right. We fought it down. We fought his base wage down a lot. I'm okay with that. You know, we provided some incentives. Honestly, I don't think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or, you know? Like, and if he does get 25 goals and assists in a season, then I have no problem paying him $250,000 instead of $210 or $450,000 if he makes it to 30 goals and assists. That's fair, yeah. I'll have our people start talking to your people. We'll get that sorted. Yeah, $5.75 million as a base salary, and we got an extra year, obviously, as well. We got it up to it's an extension out to 2038 instead of 2037, which is nice. Gives us more control, obviously, over the player going forward. And he's somebody that I think, you know, obviously he's found more of his stride, particularly in the back half of this season, where he didn't have to play as much striker, and he's been able to play, you know, positions that he's stronger in. He's really come into his own, and he loves big matches. He's a consistent player as long as he's fit. And with our reduction in training intensity, that has helped him more than any other player on our team. He has maintained his fitness. I was listening to the stream and thought it ended. We were doing some, dude, I'm sweating. We were doing some really sweaty negotiating. For a player that I really wanted to keep around, I know people seem to be divided about whether it was a good idea to keep him around or not. Spanish Young Player of the Season, Lucas Nyfen-Egger. How about that? Spanish Young Player of the Season, Lucas Nyfen. Congratulations. That's how you hit the ground running. First year with the team. All right, we're attacking. Feel like that's pretty obvious. We're going to do a flip and then pop him out and pop Havacote in. Got it? Yeah, you should have it. Gerard's there. Casados here. We just need you screening and you pressing. Okay. Jean Carlos, you're off. Luis Miguel Navas, you're back in at forward. You're a wide forward. Villalba. Cañete, well, he was shocking. Okay, Cañete, I really want to win this game. I want great vibes going into the offseason. I really want to win. All right, Gerard out. Sessa, Casado, please. So Sosa, Avande, Otero, Ferreros, Cañete, Versales, Casado, Sessa, Havacote, Villalba, and Navas. Feels right. It feels right. You got three guys working their way back from injury. We'll make sure all of them are on good injury rehab settings. Okay, boys, here we go. Final match of the season. It is our best season we've ever had in the league and the deepest we've ever gone in a European competition. We did not win a trophy, but we will be eligible for the Spanish Super Cup next season as well, which is the only major trophy we've ever won because we got back into the top four here. And we're looking to finish second in the league. Go give the fans a nice send-off for their support all year. That's it. That's what it comes down to, boys. Go give the fans a nice send-off. Yeah, I mean, I think our team took we had a rough season last year. I think our team took a really big step forward this year. We grew up a little bit. We showed a lot more consistency in the league. We're going to finish with at least 20 more points than we had in the league last year. It's really hard to sell that as a failure. You know, I think we obviously lost to the eventual champions. Celtic was something of a team of destiny, but we got to the semifinals of the Europa League. You know, we're gonna be in the Champions League next year. We'll have a chance to show our stuff against the very best again. And I think some very important revelations hit. One, Cañete had a good season playing right back, which shows that he can do that. Oh, no. Alisson Lopes Teixeira showed he can be our primary striker. Villalba showed that he can play a full season. So there were a lot of positives. Yeah, I do think we found our striker. I planned on scoring more than one goal anyways. Oh, Villalba! Don't think I can do it during the match. Okay. Don't need to overplay our hand right now. It's early, and we obviously have shown that we can get right back at him. There you go. There you go. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Angel Cañete having two defenders for dinner, and Abacote with a weak-footed, right-footed shot, hard and low near corner. Goalkeeper just has to react in the direction. Ball ends up getting through his legs, and it's 1-1. Good response. Villalba all the way to the end line, opens it up for Salas. Villalba. Cañete down for Casado. Villalba, we're just knocking it around. Knocking it around. Versales, Villalba full of running. Oh, Cañete back across. Oh, down to Sessa. Oh, what a save. Opportunistic from Francesco Sessa. Oh, we're playing Facundo Aguirre. He just headed that ball away. Former UD Malia man.
Haven't been able to tune into the stream lately, but hope you're doing well, Zed.
I am. We've had our ups and downs on this stream, but we've hopefully are setting ourselves up to end on a high. Otero! Malia leads on the final match day of the season. Sergio Otero from Leo Versales. The Malia man, part of this outstanding academy, does it again. And what might be his final game for the club? Yeah, I mean, there have been teams gunning for Otero for years. Usually if a bunch of people are interested in him, it's just because his value is randomly dropped. But then it'll randomly go back up to what we'd be comfortable selling him for. And, you know, nobody's interested again. So he also, dude, you gotta step to that. What are we doing? It's one tiny guy all alone against the great wall of Malia. Somebody, I mean, goodness gracious, guys. Embarrassing. I mean, I can't tell if we were just that bad or the match engine broke. That's how bad we were on that play. What is that? No, I'm not unextended. We shifted back to key. Cañete. Angel Cañete. Havacote out to Gianmarco Villalba. Versales driving! Leo Versales! And Malia is out ahead.
UK viewing, our heat wave ends tonight. War is over. Hope everyone's vibing good.
The war is over. Congratulations, Joel. Thank you for the 37 months. And Kevy, thank you for the 37 months as well. I am doing well. Rab, thank you for the 21 months. Oh, good. Versales hadn't scored in a while. Another one? Sessa! Why does Sessa every once in a while just become the most dangerous goal threat, and then he disappears for the next 5 matches? Versales. Havacote. Sessa surely going to score this. Okay, now Villalba's turn. Just slam it against an 8-man wall. Versales. Hey, Villalba! Gianmarco Villalba! I have no idea what just happened. Zero idea. No clue. Versales shoots. Everybody's on. It bounces off the defender, and then Villalba. It bounces off the defender, hits Villalba in the thigh, and then he flicks it with his foot into the back of the net. He's very good at that stuff. It's the second time he scored a goal that's like kind of reactionary, right place, right time. Oh, look at this. There you go, Navas, Versales, beautiful, Villalba, Gianmarco, Havacote! It's a party in North Africa on the final match day of the season. They can't stop scoring. UD Malia, despite the lack of trophies, with a big improvement from last year. Zivairo Havacote with another weak-footed goal for the repertoire. That is Gianmarco Villalba again with a goal contribution there. Villalba. Oh, that's a good ball. Dangerous. Settles with Sessa. Surely they're not going for 6. Sessa deserves a goal the way he's hitting these. What a pellet from Francesco Sessa. No, title hopes are not alive. This is just a party at the end of the season here. Gianmarco Villalba. Gianmarco Villalba to Havacote. How did he not score? Havacote. We'll see that one in his nightmares. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. Hey. Ferreros into Casado. Up to Zivairo Havacote. Zivairo Havacote, a searching ball. Oh, wow. I thought he... What's the highlight? The highlights for Salas not getting to it? Oh, that's my favorite. Hey, Giancarlos, go. Oh, Villalba's there. Gianmarco. Gianmarco! He's just been a whole nother animal the last couple months, really. Those points in club history. That's always a step forward. If you get the most points in club history, that's always a win. We dropped 88 points in La Liga. We got to the Europa League semis. You know, we got to the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. We didn't have any big blips or disappointments. We took a big step forward. We take another big step, see what we can do in the Champions League next year. See if we can actually race Barcelona to the finish line in the league. But that is a great way to end the season. And obviously, Gianmarco Villalba was absolutely dominant. Wait! Real Madrid didn't win? No way, I forgot to keep track. Real Madrid didn't win? No way, they blew it on the last day! They needed Girona and Villarreal to win, and Real Madrid did not win, and it happened. Real Madrid misses the Champions League. They drew with Cadiz, dog. Cadiz got a red. Look at the XG, dude. 27 shots to 2. No, Real Madrid's really good. We're already signing one of their players. This guy, Villarreal Petrouge, he was a secret agent. Played horribly in their last match. He's joining us at the end of his contract. He's going to be the other striker. That's how I envision it, behind Allison Lopes Teixeira. But, oh my, Real Madrid has missed the Champions League. Can I get Endrick? Only 250 million. I mean, there are players on their team that are going to want to leave because they're not in the Champions League, dude. Villarreal won. They had the lead from the 30th minute, so there's nothing dramatic there. Who is the other team that needed to win? Girona? Oh, they won yesterday. They won 3-0. So we already knew that was down. Then Villarreal needed to get the win, and Real Madrid needed to not win against the worst team in the league. Real Madrid chokes on it. Absolutely massively chokes on it. Wow. We had the fewest losses. That's true. We had the fewest losses all year. We had the second most goals, and we were tied for the second best defense with Real Madrid. But a plus 53 goal difference in 38 matches, 27 wins in 38
Dead,
matches.
I need help.
Lost
First
just
non-league
4.
to legend save. Won past 3 out of 4 Champions Leagues with Hereford FC but can't win the Prem.
That's actually wild. Wiz Gorgeous. I mean, obviously that means you're focusing on the Champions League and you just need better depth. But I would imagine if you've won 3 of the last 4 Champions Leagues, you got all the money in the world to be able to find that depth and get those wonder kids in. Now, we were not XG champions. In fact, we finished above our XG position. We were supposed to be we were 0.18 worse than Real Madrid for XG. Brother, Barcelona scored 38 more goals than their XG. 39. That's unbelievable. That's genuinely unbelievable. All right, chat, we'll be on tomorrow. We're going to be hitting an absolutely massive offseason. Obviously, every offseason is massive. There are, let me just tell you this right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 first-team players with a wanted sign right now. So we could be in for a very exciting day tomorrow. I'm so glad I was able to make it back. I'm so glad everybody's all happy and healthy after the episode where I had to spend a lot of time in the hospital, not for my health, but for somebody else's. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Much love. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you for being here, even though I had to miss a week. And I hope you guys are all well. Good luck with your saves. I'll see you tomorrow. Next year, dude. Next year.